Captain's log, Stardate 3741.2, Lieutenant Amber reporting. We seem to have unintentionally traveled back in time to early 21st century Earth and are currently using the standard combustion vehicles of the era to travel to the city Nashville. A long journey by such primitive transportation, but necessary to avoid contamination of the time zone. Sometime after our arrival in Nashville, we stumbled onto some sort of music hall, though oddly, the inhabitants seemed to be frozen in place. The music and lights played on, but those who would be playing never moved. As we walked among the unmoving figures, we felt somewhat energized by the music, so much so that the captain and I were strongly compelled to dance among the still artists. We were so overcome by this inexplicable urge that we had no choice but to give in and get our groove on. Once our primal need to dance had been exhausted, we proceeded deeper into the city where we were met by an unusual building that was oddly familiar. Oh yes, that's why. Later we found ourselves approaching a full-scale replica of the Parthenon, though I am sure we are not in Europe. There was, however, some lovely music being played at the Parthenon by a friend of the captain's.
Brett, say hi.
We also stumbled onto some monuments representing the women's suffrage movement from early 20th century Earth. It soon became apparent that Nashville also boasted some very lush woodland settings in the 21st century, commonly used for what people then referred to as hiking. Mr. Spock would be delighted with the flora and fauna of this era. We also came across some unexplained structures and four-leaf clovers in the area. Among the less expected finds was a pre-replicator-era chocolate shop, where the chocolate was still being made in the back room by machine-turned stoned wheels. Honestly, rather delicious. As enjoyable as our time in 21st century Nashville was, we completed our mission and returned to the Enterprise.